Hello guys, today we'll be drafting, cutting and sewing this jogger scrub with an elastic band. So this will be a quick tutorial of which we're going to use formulas to get our measurement right. So we just need the hip, ankle and full length. So for the crotch depth, hip circumference divided by 4, which gave me 10.5, of which you measure and draw your line. This is our crotch line. Then hip circumference divided by 4 again, which gives us this line. So for the crotch extension, this is going to be a fitted scrub. It will be a bit fitted and not as loose as the previous scrub. So I'm going to divide my hip circumference divide by 20. Very important for you to go to those formulas. You understand how to make a pant for a fitted or loose fitted. So you can now curve our crochet extension here. So if you want here, okay, let me just demonstrate. You can go down by 3 inches for your hip line. Then you can extend, you can get your hip circumference divided by 2 so that you don't curve too deep. Then we can go to the ankle. First we'll get the full length, which is 39, and I'm going to add 2.5 inches for my hemming. So this line I'm drawing here is the full length, which is 39 inches, of which the ankle circumference divided by 2 plus 2 inches for ease, and just curve in this line like this. You can use a ruler to help you, but I just went ahead to curve it, and we're labeling this as the front. Okay, so the ankle should lead you of how to curve, and then you can go ahead and cut out this piece. Alright guys, so as you can see, it's this easy. So you can go ahead and place the front piece on the back piece, then extend this line by 2 inches, of which you can bring down this line so that it can help us when curving the back crotch. Then we can also extend the horizontal line, so this will help us when curving the extension, the crochet extension. So I've added 2 inches also to the back piece. So you can add 2.5, you can add 3 inches according to how full you are. Then I'll go ahead and connect this line. Then we can extend it upwards over here. So I'll extend it by 2 inches, guys, because this scrub is going to be a little bit fitted at least. Then put in 2 inches here at the bottom of the trousers. Then we can go ahead and also connect these lines. You can use a ruler if you like. Okay guys, let me just try and pass through with a ruler, just to show you that rulers are important to use sometimes. Okay, all the time you need to use a ruler, but this is like a quick kind of joggers, you know. So from here we can go ahead and attach the pockets. Okay, so these 3 patch pockets can be attached on each piece, but for the thigh pocket it has to be attached when you attach one front piece and one back piece, even the other side, the front piece and the back piece. So here is the back patch pocket. It's very big. I wanted it to be very big like it is. Then here is the upper patch pocket. Then the ones at the thigh, as you can see, is attached from one front part and one back part. So you have to join them, to join the each two pieces before putting the thigh. Then I'm going to measure the circumference of my waist from one crotch to the other from how I folded the fabric. Then here is my band that I've already cut out. My elastic is 1 inch, so my band is measuring 2 inches. Okay, of course there'll be sewing allowance. There's sewing allowance added to the band. Then make sure your band is measuring the same measurement as what you have measured around your waist. Then you can add sewing allowance to that. You can add a 0.5 sewing allowance to your band. So you can go and attach. So I've attached the band like that at the sewing allowance. Now let me see how well it connects to the waist. So as you can see, it's very much proportional to each other. So from here, what we're going to do is measure the length of your elastic. This depends on how distensible your elastic is. Mine was very distensible, so you're supposed to get your waist circumference and minus 4 inches. But if your elastic is too distensible, you can go ahead and minus as much as 6 inches. And if it's not very distensible, you can go ahead and minus maybe 2 inches or 3. You can actually measure, you can actually try and put the elastic around your waist and feel for the amount which will be comfortable for you. We go ahead and pin at the sides of each crotch. So here I have pinned it all around. I've pinned my band all around, and I'm going to make a stitch just here. So there is a stitch. It came out nicely. Make sure the pockets are enclosed inside. The front pockets are enclosed inside the stitch for a neat finish. Otherwise, here it is. Then we can go ahead and fold in the band. Okay, you can fold it in like this, then fold another 0.5 into there just to enclose everything. So you can do this even the other way around, in which you put it from the outside to the inside, on the inside to the outside. So I've folded it from the outside to the inside, and here is how it will be if when folded. Then there is a space where the elastic will go in. Then do this all around, fold it like this and sew, but leave this gap here. So I went ahead and I've sewn and left this gap. Then we can now push in the elastic, push it in, and sort of like straighten it out. Make sure it's facing one direction and it's straight. So I'm done. I'm just going to secure the elastic to make sure it doesn't go back in like this, so that I check that the elastic is nicely straight all around the waist, and also to make sure that it is evenly distributed. So from here we can then go ahead and just sew the elastic, close the opening, Then I'm going to make a stitch on top of the elastic. I'll make 2 stitches on top of the elastic just for a neater sort of waistband look. And here is how it has turned out. But since my elastic was too distensible, it sort of lost a little bit of its elasticity. So I think it can be better to use this method when you're using a less distensible fabric, a less distensible elastic. So I did the same with the ankle, and I got my ankle which was the circumference was 10 inches, and I just subtracted 1 inch, so the elastic is 9 inches, and I saw at an allowance of 0.5. I saw the elastic at an allowance of 0.5, and here's how it has turned out. So meaning the total elastic used is like 8.5, right? Since the 0.5 has been used to sew the elastic in. So I won't make that round I won't make a stitch on top of this because I don't want it to lose elasticity in any way. I'm comfortable with how it has turned out.